I'm at the celebration of woodworking at Shopsmith in Dayton, Ohio, and was playing around with this beautiful tool chest that they have here. And inside of it, I found two molder heads. Now, I wanted to show this, I just haven't had time, but since Drew over at the Baker's Wood Shop had an issue with his molder head, I wanted to shoot this, at least for Drew, but for you maybe as well. If you have a Shopsmith molder head, this was patented back in the 1950s, it's got a very brilliant, safe design. The way the cutters are all made is they have a through hole and a dimple. And that dimple is designed to engage, if you can jump in here real quick, there is a ball bearing inside of this groove. The ball bearing is held tightly in place with this set screw. And so when you put the blades in, they go past the ball bearing, like that. And then you'll notice that they are flush on one face and extending out on the other. So what I do is I just typically lay it down on a nice flat surface. Sometimes it's my joiner bed, sometimes it's my workbench, and tighten the set screw, which itself is pushing that ball bearing into the little dimple, and that locks that in place. So it cannot possibly come out. And because they're all flush on this side, that registers them. If you've got matching sets, for example, that you're going to have maybe a roll joint or something, you can make sure that all three of these are designed in line to cut. What that also does for you is it makes sure the cutter is not in backwards. If this cutter is installed backwards, it'll just tear up the wood and burn. It's a bit of a rough ride. Now, Shopsmith a couple of years ago decided that they were no longer going to produce this, and so they had another company, and you can see the name on here, Corob, however you pronounce that. And they had them manufacture this, still made in the USA, and now they manufacture this for themselves. So if you have an old Shopsmith molder head, you want to use old Shopsmith molder cutters. Pick them up on eBay, Craigslist, wherever. But if you want to purchase them new and modern product, you can still pick them up from this company, and they are made to the same safety standard as the old Shopsmith design, but the cutters are not interchangeable with the Shopsmith. So make sure that you're buying a cutter head with new cutters if you're going to purchase them from them. Anyway, Drew, hope this helps you. Anybody else looking on, it ought to help you as well. It's a neat tool, and we'll dig into it one of these days soon.